Здравейте на всички, аз съм Nightmare и добре дошли в пореден епизод на Horizon Forbidden West. Този път, хора, сме се запътили към този main quest, който се казва The Embassy или посолството. Тук малко съм попроменил дървото си с скилове на Hunter, в смисъл ресетнах ги и си ги направих по нов начин, горе-долу, което на мен ме устроява повече. За повече стамина и такива неща. Като цяло Hunter според мен е най-готовото, поне на мен най-много най-добре така ми пасва на моя стил. И ги чубаня с лъка отдалече и това би меганал демидж. Също така искам да ви напомня, ако не сте се абонирали и случайно сте попаднали на моя канал, може да го направите, ако ви харесва това, което правя. Горим 1500 абонати до края на годината и ще направя готин giveaway на някоя яка игра, на някой един от вас, които сте ми абонати. Също така, ако ви харесва това, което правя, може да лайкнете епизода и да напишете коментар с вашето мнение, тъй като аз чета всички коментари. И така, хора, хайде сега да започваме. The Embassy, идеята каква беше? Да дойдем тук в посолството, за да може да присъстваме на някакъв мирен договор между племето, което е тук в Forbidden West. Вижте само мапа колко е огромен тук в запада. Това племе, което ги избива, и племето от тук, и трябва да постигнем мир, за да можете да ми дадат пропуск и да отида в Forbidden West, иначе няма да ми пуснат. Накратко. Така че, много зависи сега как ще протекат тези мирни договори. Тенак е едното племе, те са по-лошите, а Карча май са другите, точно така. Така.
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen, once the Tanakh have left.
About the embassy,
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh are handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
Ah, so you've heard. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
Where is this Commander Nozar then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
Много е смелата Aloy. Така, това е значи втория в иерархията, който командва. Ние сега трябва да отидем при главния Nozar. Много е важно, хора, дали се постигне мир. Никой не може да каже дали всичко ще премине успешно, само че аз трябва да отида на запад, така че... Воланд, това беше това, дето ги подкупва там и мега корумпирания тип, който въобще няма кефи. Те ще напуснат, не? Да, това са карджанците. Карджа, също уния другите песните диваци от Запада.
And good luck.
Brace yourself and good luck. Thank you very much for the
How are
kind
we to hold
words.
an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Те столу не искат мира, ама... защото са такива диваци уния.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Ето го сън приста, бе.
The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
I'm going now. Отивам, човек.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Да, бе, ти ще кажеш. Отивам, брат, нищо не му ма спре. Ето го брат ме. Не, брат ми, този дет съм израствал с него.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the Dowager Queen herself! The gate stays sealed until that horn blows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Erend.
What's happening?
You know,
The usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
That's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Арестаха, ли? Те ще ме арестуват за това, че иска да отида на запад ли, бе? Абе, и смутаняци.
Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let it through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl,
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
Мале хора, нямам търпение. Вече сме в... Вече сме в Forbidden West-а. Ето го проходчето. Леле.
yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if
Я да
you
видим
weren't
сега
trying to
какво
kill
има
me all the
насам.
time.
Тук със сигурно ще ми трябва някакъв моб, някаква машина, в която да яздем, защото без яздене ни отнеме супер много време. Маля, тук колко е голям света, брат, колко много чънкове има да зареждат, тук може да ми паднат малко фреймовите, защото и снимам. Играта е супер тежка.
We'll see how it goes.
Да видим сега какво става.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja.
Това са главните генерали на тия
We
диваците.
need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora.
Аз не съм от Карджа, да.
from the East.
Аз съм от Нора.
And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
Дай сега да го разпитам малко.
I've never
Статусите
seen
какви са?
markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
How did you come to be among the Tanakh?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tanakh into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate, and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tanakh chief, you did something desperate.
Now, I'd kept my ears open as the Tanakh dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tanakh howled, but Hikaro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kulrut is a Tanakh's trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive. Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer.
You wound up serving the Tenakth chief.
The winners of the cool route must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned
Вече
that word
разбрах
before.
всичко.
What does it mean?
Малко така
The word
дългичко хора, но
itself
поне
refers to
разбрахме
a
историята
kind
на
of
играта.
protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hikaru's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tenakth for hating them.
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hikaru and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
The Karja talk about Hikaru as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as you would find that he only wants the best for his... I hope you do speak to him. So, that's my story. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tenakth is a lot different than how they do.
Okay, going
Pretty glad
home?
to be going back to Meridian.
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tenakth and the Karja, I'm in a unique position. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a...
The Tenakth don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. Chief Hikaru knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside...
И сега ще ви разкажа какво
You
разбрах.
asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day. Much calling down storms, poisoning the water. The source of it all has gone west. And I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So the burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands. A task so important, and it's just the 2 of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
Айде, дойде събранието, сега ще ги преговаря тук за мир. Той пичак Фашаф ли как беше, дето се говорих до Деви с него, всъщност той е от Карджа, от те на изток, но всъщност са го пленили те от запад. Бил е пленник, ранен, обаче е спечелил турнир по оцеляване и е станал генерал на те, които са го пленили. Опа.
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regalla. Chief Akaro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hekaro has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
О, палянка. Има се приятелче.
Lancers! Form up!
They're riding machines!
Where'd they learn to do that?
Sirens.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
О, не. Почва са войната пак.
Get to cover!
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
Еми явно това бяха преговорите. Избих са.
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates!
Айде. The Sun Priest замина.
Stand your ground!
Fire at will! I don't have a shot!
Айде, вече имаме общ враг. Двете племена имат враг, който ги нападна.
What happened? Can you see?
It's just
Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
Kill the rebels. Трябва да убием бунтовниците. Добре, чак тя се скрия малко. Как да убия? Как да ги убия тия? О, шет. Добре. В главата ли трябва да го нацеля, бе? Ай, умри, бе, бро. Така. Ах, мамицата ти. Мамицата ти е загубена. Откъде трябва да мина? О, право в главата, брат. Ела сега. Ела ме. А, така. Добре. Брах няколко нещичка. И то сгубихме. Хайде, оставете ме да мина, бе. Така. Колко останаха? Мале, то с направо го шотнах. Нали беше? Това беше направо критикал. Мале, как ме изрътаха? Две хора, да видим сега откъде трябва да мина. Те не ми дава да помръдна, бе, да ева. Махам се от тука, хора. Аха. А, така, падна ли, копеле? Кое, тия парцета са ужасни, бе, човек. Няма да видим сега къде има още задачи на парцета. Ето къде е. Абе. И то сумря. Още има ли задачи някъде? Аз не ги виждам. Добре, това прасе умря. Да, трябва да го оцеля. Е, там Nozar. Не ми да. Така. Хора, можем да се справим. Така. Мале, направо ги поизбихме много стабилно тук. Добре, успяхме. Пак ти битката е пак ти чудото. Ай, попитай се, бе.
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
Ай, ще правим ли нов едно? Ама нов едно истинско, а не да ми влизате в гърба пак 15 човек. Бе, то судия, бе, има глайдър. Какъв е то щит, бе?
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that.
Добре.
Better scan it.
Воу. Брато.
I can break through his shield if I damage it enough.
Така. Така. Така в краката. Добре, малко му прецаках... Добре. Нещо не е загубено. Барате, изпадка го в главата. Няколко пъти. Айде, до тука беше. Успях да го убия, бе.
Your turn. Come down here and face me.
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Erend. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
Колкото земята изчезва и всички умират, ние тотално си похабихме населението за няма нищо, между другото. Вижте колко много трупове. Да, войните са бахти безмисленото нещо, човек. В смисъл, за някакво парче земя се избиват стотици, хиляди, милиони.
It's salvage time, boys.
Айде, давайте сега. Това ще вземат от тук сумати лут от тия машини. Този епизод хора почти нямаше геймплей, само късцения, ама какво да направя?
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
О, взехме си глайдъра, сега ще може да фърчим от високо. Като на Зелда, много яко.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tanakh have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regalla to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Vadis, Peshav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh's territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tanakh's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh's territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regalla ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt?
I don't know.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Asuram who went. Maybe you could check in on them.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border.
It's hard to explain.
If you say so.
Еле, хора, още колко ще има, бе?
Peshav called Regalla a rival. Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a Her attack was coordinated and precise.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Peshav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby, somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment.
About Peshav.
The man was taken captive, but survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good...
There was more. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tanakh.
Too late for that now.
What will happen?
His body will be carried back to Mar as a cousin of the Sun King. He will be accorded official rights. No soldier could ask for more.
You said the Tanakh's lands are far to the west. What can...
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as Nome, and then New Taru far past that are their territory is split into 3 clans. Desert, lowland, and sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the end.
The desert clan is closest, where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland somewhere beyond the desert and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard this during the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to, but the united clans rose up against them.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond.
Maybe the scholars do. That scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here.
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, more taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers survive.
Make no mistake, they have a... When the Karja were pushed back during their warriors chased ours through the burning field, the Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them, but so far...
If they're so peaceful, why
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but... No.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. But after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer the Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talk. Karja and Asuram have been striking.
But now, it seems like Regalla and her rebel army have moved.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe. The ancient ruins of the southwest are remnants of some forgotten...
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before.
Well, in addition to these, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram. Even saw 2 Karja scholars. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or...
Направо ми се еба майката хора с тия късцени. Цяло говорят кое работи, ама повече се препокрият.
As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites.
Do you think the Karja will take action against... Seems like you'd have common ground.
An expedition of the Karja army into the be taken as the start of another. Sun King Avad won't risk. That said, we can't allow ourselves.
I need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. And don't worry about your friends.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy.
Мале хора, разказа ми се играта, прави ми се еба майката с тия късцени, но важното е, че успяхме да разберем супер ценна информация. Този, който беше племенника на Краля Слънце, всъщност се оказа, че е бил... и вече имам глайдър, много яко. Всъщност се оказа, че е бил такъв пленник на Танак, племето, обаче е спечелил някакъв турнир по оцеляване и е станал маршал, демек генерал, главен. Мале, колко куеста е, хора, я изчакайте малко, какво става тук. Ребел Кампс. Мейн. Децдор. Добре. Важно е, че минахме мейн квеста. Обрах доста лут. Също така, тъкмо ще има преговори за мир между Карджа и Танак, но тази гадната заедно с бунтовниците се намеси и като цяло изби и двете племена. В момента казаха, че Карджа няма как да дойде в Уеста, защото другите ще помислят, че ще се задава нова война и аз съм единствената надежда да отида сама с този нож, който ми даде чагата, като пропуск да мина напред, без да ме нападат, без да ми забраняват. И накратко, това е то. А какво е тук? Мога ли да го... Не знам какво е това всъщност. Добре. Накратко това ще бъде за този епизод. Супер дълъг, супер много информация, но тези от вас, които ми е било интересно, са го оценили и са разбрали доста повече за историята на играта. Вече, както виждате, сме официално в Запада. Мале, тук има всякакви телнеки, това са като жирафи, някакви изроди в пустинята. Тепърва ще разглеждаме супер много неща. И така, надявам се да ви харесва епизодчето, хора, което така оставете на лайкче, коментирайте, абонирайте се, ще се видим в следващия епизод. Чао, чао!